I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. Pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.
We're not raving, guys. I gotta get some better intro music, dude. We're just using NCS, the no copyright sounds. Some of these are kind of bangers, though, dude. Is it really that low, though? I'm trying to... I can never gauge the sound, like... It's always bad. It's either, like, too low or too high. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to do a little debate review. I didn't get to watch this debate, so I don't know if we're going to watch all of it because I don't only have like a couple of hours. And so I want to watch some of this, kind of get the gist of it. Junior has been getting wrecked on Twitter. I thought it's funny, dude. Like, we're going to go watch some of his, or see some of his tweets too. Because I just think it's funny. He's just been getting pooped on, dude. Every post. I don't even know who this guy is, but I guess since the debate, maybe he was getting some more attention, obviously from the Crucible crew. And let's see, let's just show the Muslim guy. I don't know how to find him because his name is like wrong. Maybe it's like JUV Junior. I don't know, dude. Now I can't find him. Oh. Well, that's annoying. I thought I'd be able to find him pretty quick. Dude, what? Set up chat. What's happening, dude? Am I not on my account? I only have one account. Okay. There's got to be something on there. Oh, I know how to find it because I was replying to him and dunking on him. That's kind of funny. Where are you, Junior? Well, this is kind of gay. Here we go. I just wanted to get his account pulled up because at least all the tweets that I was seeing, every single tweet that he's been posting for like 3 days, I don't know, the past 2 days that I've been seeing him, 3 days since the BitCon, whatever it is, they were all just getting ratioed, and it was kind of funny because he was like attacking Christians, just saying outrageous shit. And they're all just wrecking him in the comments. It's kind of funny. But anyways, let's do some... Let's see. We do a little react. We were doing some debate, some panel debate earlier on TikTok. But I just kind of appear right now and do that. So if you're not following, you got to follow on TikTok for that. And you'll see me kind of jump in and out of lives and stuff like that. So, because it'll show you your friends speaking on a live or whatever it says. Anyway, so this is, let's see here. Well, I forgot which one I'm supposed to put it in. Is it React tab? Yeah. So this is Inspiring Philosophy and Junior. I don't know. I really don't know who Inspiring Philosophy is. Like I know the name for sure. I've heard the name in like the sort of like Christian apologetic sphere. I just don't know I don't know if he's like an Orthodox Christian or I really don't know what he is. But this was supposedly this is pretty good. So we'll be the judge of that, brother. But if this guy debates anything like he does on Twitter, then he's kind of screwed. Because, I mean, anybody really, any basic Christian could have debunked some of these. One of the guys, And I don't know if it was him or not, but was like, it was another debate that I didn't get to watch at DebateCon, and there were like, people were saying that after the debate, he like told the guy like, you didn't have to go so hard on me. And I wonder if this was who they were talking about.
Michael Jones.
Supposedly this did not go very well. Or one of these really did go very well. And whoever was, I heard people talking about this one like that this was supposed to be really good.
Junior, who is a Palestinian Muslim who studies both Islamic and Christian scripture with academic precision. He retired from music and entrepreneurship to pursue a path for God after losing some of his family in the Gaza genocide. His goal is to call for people to pray for the return of Jesus. Please welcome.
Most of the time what that means is like Qatar is paying me a lot of money. Like there is something about that, like, you know, the Qatari memes, but it's usually just them recruiting Muslim influencers.
Junior, thank you very much, Junior, for being with us. With that, we're going to jump right into it. So, without any further ado, the timer is set for you, Mike, for your 15-minute opening statement.
Mike Jones.
Thank you, James, and thank you to my opponent for agreeing to the debate. I want to start out by noting this is not merely a philosophical or religious debate, but a sociological one. We could all just talk about why each of us think our respective religions is better, but that would get us nowhere. We need to use real-world data as a tiebreaker. When we look at the peer-reviewed studies, the data strongly favors Christianity over Islam. This really isn't a topic that even should be up for debate, because when we run the numbers, we see research has already demonstrated that Christianity is far better. And I will press him on this point throughout the debate. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying everything about Islam is bad. What I am saying, though, is that Christianity creates more optimal societies with better results. And although there are some good results associated with Islam, it produces less optimal societies and results in harmful outcomes and practices. This will be clear as I go through the data. Let's start with war and violence.
David
data. Brown has spent several years studying this. He conducted one of many studies on the influence of religion in interstate armed conflict. And his model has robustness checks. In terms of government religious preference, he found that Buddhism was non-significant. Christianity was strongly negatively associated with war and conflict, but Islam was positively associated with it. Quote,
shocking.
State with a non-zero median.
So, Christians are peaceful and Muslims are killing people. That's what's happening.
Is 60% less likely to initiate a fatal armed conflict than a state with no Christian GRP. A state with a maximum Christian GRP is 73% less likely. Whereas empirical results suggest that states with Christian GRPs are less likely to they also suggest that states with Muslim GRPs are moderately more likely.
I liked Andrew's
at the lowest threshold of using force, a state with the
inbred and
non-zero
retarded
GRP
argument so much better.
84% more likely to resort to force than a state with no Muslim GRP. He strengthened his results in a book he published in 2019. So when a society is Muslims, we see that conflict increases. And when a society adopts Christianity, this contributes to conflict decreasing. Joshua Wright, in his work, has found that Muslims score higher in religious fundamentalism. But fundamentalism leads to racial prejudice, towards value-violating outgroups, and support for violence against them. He says the evidence that Muslims tend to have more fundamental beliefs than other religious groups suggests that Muslims may be more susceptible to what Petch and Slade term the terrorist meme, an ideal expressing selective interpretations of the Quran that is spread throughout the Islamic world. In this way, fundamentalist beliefs may act as a facilitator for religious terrorism. Similarly, the jihadi message successfully motivates Muslims because it is a natural extension of the dominant narrative in the Islamic world and is minimally counterintuitive for most Muslims. Higher levels of fundamentalism may enhance the acceptance of the jihadi message. So Christianity results in less harmful outcomes due to less fundamentalism than what Islam fosters. M. Stephen Fish found that there's more political violence in Muslim countries. In fact, it is more than double what is found in Christian ones. Now, he says the Muslim effect is small, but still has to through.
I wonder if Junior's going to try this angle.
Some responsibility for major episodes of political violence in the post-war world. He also notes Islam is associated with higher rates of
the same angle that Daniel Hakikachu took.
Responsible for over 3/5 of all incidents and nearly 7/10 of all deaths. Terrorism is not a uniquely Muslim disease, but its perpetrators in recent times are disproportionately Islamists. Muslims may be prone to tolerate terrorism in the name of their religion, which in turn points our attention to explanations for Islamist terrorism that have a religious dimension. To list a couple more, Monica Duffy Toff has found in her model that Islam leads to religious civil wars among Arab Muslims, but it's lacking among Arab Christians. Choi and Brown found in their model that Salafism is associated with more suicide attacks. To quote, we reason that high levels of suicide attacks in Hanafi and Shafi countries are related to the subversive aspects of the Salafi movement. In one study, Jonathan Fox found that Islamic civilization is the most prone to conflict.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Majority groups engage in more than double the average level of religious discrimination as non-Islamic groups, and nearly 5 times the average level of Christian majority groups. Religious legitimacy is about 50% more important for conflicts involving Islamic majorities than for
Just
conflicts
fight
involving
him, dude.
including those involving Christian majorities. Islamic conflicts score about twice as high on both the composite religion variable and on relevance of religion variable as non-Islamic groups, and about 2.5 times as high as Christian majorities. Thus, there is clear evidence that religion is considerably more important to conflicts involving Islamic majorities and less important to conflicts involving Christian majorities. Another study found religious discrimination is much higher in Muslim majority countries than in Christian majority ones. Christianity was also positively associated in the study with economic strength and democracy. Another study found that in Muslim countries, apostates and people of the book experience about 4 times
I'm
more
discriminating
than Muslim
against
minorities. So Christians and Jews are not
both
equally
of you right
in
now.
Muslim countries. The data could not be more clear. Islam leads to more conflict, violence, and discrimination. Now, I expect that my opponent will respond to this by blaming it on other factors. But the research I cited factors in things like the effects of colonialism, wealth, influence from the West, and poverty. They still found that Islam is a very
Colonialism.
and violence. Removing Islam and replacing it with Christianity means we will get less violence, not total absence, because of other factors like poverty and other things that lead to violence. The data is pretty clear. The world would not get better if we increased Islam's influence. It would result in more conflicts and violence. Next, we can look at political issues. Islam suffers from serious problems that Christianity reduces. Roland Salem, you need to go up to slide 19, a little behind, just so you know. So Roland Salem looked at Protestantism, Catholicism, and Islam. He found that nations with higher Protestantism have more voice and accountability in government, citizen empowerment, political stability, NGO membership, and have the ability to create political transformation. Catholicism is positively associated with citizen empowerment, higher levels of NGO membership, and political transformation. Islam wasn't positively associated with any of these benefits. Additionally, Bidlarsky found that Islam is linked to autocracy in 2 of the 3 of his measures. And M. Stephen Fish also found that Islam is associated with more authoritarianism. He even says, we control for major structural factors that might create a spurious correlation between Islam and authoritarianism. And while several of these factors may explain part of the correlation, they do not
Explain.
account for all of it.
You get negative points when your voice cracks, dude.
America is better than the gun Sharia law.
Dude, the last guy,
New data shows
the last debate,
conflict
I was trying
and
not to crack up, dude.
less political stability, more authoritarianism, less citizen empowerment, and less democracy and more discrimination. Maybe you'll try to argue that
Discrimination.
too much freedom is not actually good for humanity, but research has found
I can't even do a voice. I can't even make my voice crack.
freedom is associated with a host of positive benefits. If he tries to dispute this, I'll rebut it with data. Let's move on to women in Islam. Abdullah al-Andalusi once said, I think if you truly want to judge a society and how it regards human life, then you should see how it treats the source of human life, women. And then you'll see whether a society truly dignifies human life or not. Well, given that Islam is positively associated with violence, it should come as
Dude,
no
where's that video of, hold on. Well, every time he says, like, let me see if I can find this. Every time they say, like,
in Muslim families, whereas it's called in the literature
Arabic,
part of
like,
violence,
whatever they call it,
short.
Farsi words or whatever.
Several studies and found in general, these studies found high prevalent levels of IPV among Muslims living in the U.S. and globally. Consistent with IPV
Just reminds me of that
in general, verbal
clip.
and psychological abuse was found the most prevalent, followed by physical, sexual, and fatal. Individual, family, and interlocking societal problems, traditional beliefs, spirituality, and immigration-related stressors were associated with IPV as identified by several studies. Studies on beliefs about IPV found that there tended to be higher leniency in justification of abuse in Muslim cultures than is the Western norm. Muslim men across the board tended to justify abuse more than Muslim women, except when the wife had an affair. A meta-ethnography looked at multiple studies as well and found that Muslim women reported experiencing a range of forms of domestic
Dude,
violence
we've got
and abuse.
5 more minutes of this. 15 minutes. He's gonna take the whole 15 minutes. Is that what you do though? I mean, like, I don't know. This is why I don't do like, I wouldn't do like a formal debate like this. I don't think I could do a formal debate like this. I mean, at least not right now. I'd have to get used to this. I couldn't do like 15. Well, it's weird. Like sometimes I can, bro. I can just rant sometimes, but I don't think I could do an organized like 15 minutes.
Punish their wives if they perceive them as disobedient. And they also say it is evident that religious beliefs were a strong influence on women's acceptance of domestic violence and abuse and reluctant to leave and seek help.
And reluctant.
So not only does Islam make Muslims
How do you
violent,
do that?
This violence is often taken out on women. Because of
Based.
this, it should become as no surprise that M. Stephen Fish found that in Muslim countries, women have lower life expectancies and lower levels of literacy. Not only are women abused more in Islam, they even have shorter lives and less education. It is clear Muslim women do not have the same respect and equality that they get in Christian societies.
Base.
What's interesting is this study looked at the effects of when Christians moved into India. Christian missionaries began a massive education campaign, and the results speak for themselves. This study found that Muslims had on average 15 literate girls per 1,000. Hindus had
I will say that was a good angle for him to take,
dwarf these numbers by
for
having 200
Hikikachi to take against Andrew. That was actually pretty intelligent.
Similar results were found in Africa.
That he went like,
Decrease
oh, you're going to argue, you're going to sound like a progressive
Whereas in places
tonight.
like the Gold Coast, due to Christian
because of stuff like this.
movements, education increased. Back in India,
actually a pretty
study found
smart
similar
angle.
results with education, but also health outcomes. They say Muslim women are comparably less literate, marry at a younger age, and are less likely to work. Christian women have the highest literacy rates in our sample, marry at older ages, and work at rates higher than those of upper caste Hindu and Muslim women. They also found with the addition of controls for possible endogeneity in the location of missions, infant Christian girls in the
Endogeneity.
full sample are 3.702 standard deviations taller, and Muslim infant girls are 2.1 standard deviations taller than lower caste Hindu girls. So not only are girls better respected in Christianity, they're more educated and healthy at birth. We know Islam allows polygamy, but polygamy is associated with a wide range of poor health outcomes.
True.
Meta-analyses found. Women in polygamous marriages suffer from somatization, obsessive-compulsive disorder, interpersonal sensitivity, depression, anxiety, hostility, phobia, paranoia, and psychoticism.
I have phobia of the
Also found
finishing the
children in
rest of
polygamous
this.
marriages who have lower academic achievement. So because Islam
I'm gonna
allows
fall
polygamy, it
asleep,
allows
dude.
harm done to women and children. Christianity outlawed polygamy early on, and thank God we did. Now, my opponent may try to bring up people in the Bible who practice polygamy or Christian authors who allowed for it, but that won't work because in Christianity, we have moral progress. God tolerated polygamy in the past, but it was only temporary.
Is he? Yeah, there's no way he's not a.
Covenant could be established. And in the New Testament, we see the only types of
You can't be
marriages that are
a,
allowed are monogamous ones.
I don't think he's an
citing what was
Orthodox. I don't know,
established
maybe he
in
is.
Genesis 2. Christianity also has a concept called the two books, the book of Scripture.
I don't think you would call it moral
allowed to use what we
progress,
find in
though.
Nature to better help us
I don't know if that's the
understand
right
Scripture.
word for that.
Edward Grant notes that this attitude towards science and the natural world comes out of Christianity's concept of the separation of church and state, which Islam lacks. Since we now know that polygamy is very harmful, then it becomes sinful for Christians to engage in this practice. Islam lacks these kinds of principles and is too restrictive, which prevents it from experiencing similar moral progress. Child marriage also results from Islam, specifically from the fact the Quran pretends Muhammad is an excellent moral
Muhammad.
but Muhammad married Aisha when she was 6 and consummated the marriage when she was 9, meaning he was a non-exclusive pedophile. Muslims around the world use this practice, and as this study shows, to justify child marriage in large numbers. There is no doubt among researchers that child marriage is one of the most harmful practices that young girls have to endure. And I covered this more extensively in my debate with Daniel Akikachu.
I was gonna say, I think that one's.
But there are
Please be up on him.
Ah,
good one.
Mental damage, physical abuse, and even fatality from childbirth. Again, there is far less child marriage.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. I didn't know that that was a thing until I was looking up this one and I found it. And I have it saved to like watch for later. But he straight up just defends
But given what I covered, it should be clear that
child marriage. It's kind of crazy, actually.
you want better society,
Like that's literally the whole topic of the debate. Like coming in on the
less
negative side of that is kind of crazy in itself. Like coming in the, yeah, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say.
society.
Arguing in favor of that is already an L, dude.
As I said, this is a sociological debate. Okay? If he ignores this data, he will be conceding the debate. Because real-world data shows Islam causes all sorts of problems. You just can't sit there and do armchair science. You actually need to go through the data, present your own data to show that Islam creates better societies. If he doesn't do that, I don't really care about how he interprets the Quran or the Bible. That's his interpretation. That's not how it manifests in reality.
What the hell was
So,
that, dude?
what I expect is will happen.
Siri was
is a
trying to
bunch of
fucking
Bible
kill
verses
me,
out of
dude.
context and just some interpretations of the Quran, but that won't be enough to deal with my data. But let's see what he has. I look forward to hearing what he has to say.
Well, thank you very much. Everyone is asleep now.
Junior, the floor. Thank you, James.
Just making sure my mic is working. You guys can hear me fine?
Junior, call him a name, dude. Call him Slur.
Michael, you
Mushli, Holly, I mean, dude, yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me find this. This is what it reminds me of every time.
Y'all are doing too much. Oh, let's see.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in
Gooba dooba dee doo doo, da dee da boo boo, gooby goo boo, yassi yaka, yabby gooba boo.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa
Dooba dooba doo.
Dude, every time, dude.
We're rocking with that.
Every time I hear.
That one.
Every time I hear them doing their little because they have to do their little prayers before they do their debates or whatever. Like they'll say their little prayer. Daniel Hakikichu did the same thing. Hold on, let me see. Let me get Hakikichu's pulled up. Hold on, we'll come back to this. All right, hold on.
15 minutes. What's going on?
What's going on?
Societies is because
Please welcome Daniel Hakikichu.
Yeah, I think he does the same thing.
Also, defending Christianity tonight, Andrew Wilson runs the popular YouTube channel The Crucible, which focuses on politics, news, debates, and interviews, and also .com. Give it up for Andrew Wilson.
Dude, the crowd was rowdy, dude. Dude, we were having a little whiskey in the lobby before. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Some of us were a little fired up. Okay? And we said, wow. I went in there and I said, look, it's such a great debate. Look at this great debate. Wow. Dude, I was having fun. I got to practice my Trump impersonation a little bit more. There's a guy. I just do it so that there's a guy, Frank, and I was just doing Trump all weekend just to try to make him do Trump. You know, I figured, because you can't just ask people to do Trump or ask people to do their impersonations. So I'm like, maybe if I just gas him up, if I do a shitty Trump, then he'll do a better Trump. And it worked. It worked a little bit, so it was fun. We had a good time.
Jump right into it with Daniel's opening statement. Daniel, the floor is all yours for your 15-minute opener. Thanks for being with us.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
1 second. Let me set this up. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Just a quick.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in
Gooba dooba dee doo doo, la dee da boo boo, gooby goo boo, yassi yaka, yabby gooba boo.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin Iyyaka na'budu wa
Dooba-dooba-doo. Oh, it's good, dude. It's so good. Anyways, anytime they start out with their little prayer thing like that, that's exactly what it makes me think of. It's so good. I enjoy it. So anyways.
I thought this was an opening statement. You presented a lot of data, and I took notes in my Quran. I'm not sure if you guys are allowed to.
He took notes in Quran. Did you guys hear that?
Do that in your Bible if you can take notes or not. But I took a lot of notes and made sure to not write the words that you said about the Prophet. We'll get to that later, though. I'm a Muslim Palestinian. I believe Jesus Christ is the Messiah.
The debate's over right there, by the way, just in case. Wait, hold on. You're not a Muslim then. You bonehead. If you believe Jesus Christ was the Messiah, or unless he's just being like sneaky and picking his words carefully and saying like, I believe Jesus Christ is the Messiah, like maybe when he comes back then he'll be the Messiah, but right now he is not the Messiah. But if he's going to be the Messiah in the future, then he was the Messiah when he came.
This is my opening statement. A very powerful one. We're from Palestine.
This is my statement. Some people say it's not powerful. I say it's powerful. Therefore, it's powerful.
You say? Some may call it Israel today, but I'm from Nazareth, the literal birthplace of Jesus. My grandma.
Bro, why does he talk? Why is his facial expressions like a snotty teenager? Like he's like, does she even go here, dude? Like you're talking to me? Why is he doing that?
Got kicked out from Nazareth in 1948. Why? Because she was Muslim. Muslims have been
What?
In the Middle East.
Did he just say Mary was a Muslim? What's happened? Dude, he's lost.
Ever since Israel has been established as a state.
Oh, no.
What does Christianity and Judaism say? Jews are the chosen people, and Israel is the holy land that belongs to Jews. Unfortunately, if I was to bring Bible verses to try and disprove that today, I wouldn't be able to convince you guys because America.
Because there aren't any.
Israel.
What? Hold on.
Unfortunately, if I was to bring Bible verses to try and disprove that, people and Israel is the holy land that belongs to Jews. Unfortunately, if I was to bring Bible verses to try and disprove that today, I wouldn't be able.
Does he not realize that like most of the people that went to this are like Orthodox and Catholic and like traditional Christians who know already that Israel, the land, the border nation state of Israel with Netanyahu at the helm, like that is not Israel. Like we don't view that as Israel. That's not like Christians are Israel. We are Israel. That's our belief. He's like talking to the total, like just to the complete wrong crowd. That's kind of funny.
I'm going to convince you guys because America tells you to support Israel. But the reason I'm here today is to show you that Islam is actually better for humanity and not a threat to humanity. We didn't come to destroy America. We didn't come to hate Israel. Even though Israel is committing a genocide against our country, for 700 days, my family starved. I sent them money. They couldn't even buy flour because the money I sent them wasn't enough.
Is he gonna cry?
For 700 days, my family would call me every night.
What's happening?
I don't think I'm going to talk to you tomorrow because maybe I'm going to...
Does he think, like, what audience does he think he's reaching? Like, we also think there's a genocide going on in Gaza. Like, who are you talking to? Why are you like, what, did they think that we were... What audience does he think he's reaching? Like, we're all going to be heart-strucken by this. It's going to pull at our heartstrings. What the hell is going on here?
I'm going to die. Maybe a bomb is going to drop on my house, and I'm not going to be able to talk to you. For 700 days, I cried and prayed for Jesus to return on this earth. How many Christians do you know that do that? I'm a Muslim with a Palestinian identity.
We're not supposed to call for revelations to happen tomorrow, by the way.
I wasn't born in Nazareth. My grandma was born in Nazareth. But I feel such a deep tie to that location and that place for one reason only. we suffered death for the last 700 years, for the last 700 days.
Oh,
We
dude.
suffered oppression for the last 75 years. and
I got a crick in my back.
with a smile on my face,
With a smile on my face.
praying for the return of Jesus, and I'm still trying to make humanity better. So despite
Still.
being one of the most oppressed individuals in the world, a Muslim is standing here in front of you telling you, I want to make
oppressed.
the world a better place. So let's begin.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed.
Make the world a better place. How can Islam improve?
This is not going well.
Doesn't Christianity already do that? Well, when you bring Islam into the equation, Islam simply brings more clarity. It brings more completion. It brings more simplicity.
It brings confusion, dude. What are you talking about?
Polygamy in the opening statement, which you didn't say anything of your opinion. You just read research, which is kind of disappointing because I was hoping to hear some of your opinions about Islam. The only one that you sort of yelled out was a slur against our prophet. That's usual. We're used to that.
What was the
Islam's
slur?
clarity
Did I miss that? I
very
think I missed
prominent
it.
in our book. The book says, I'm just going to open a random page on the book and I'm going to read, all right? And I'm going to show you how precise this book is. You saw me flip the page. I didn't put a lot of thought into it. Indeed, we have created man, and we know whatever thoughts his inner self
Dude.
develops. And we are closer to him than his.
He is nervous, dude. He's about to get fried.
This chapter is chapter 50, and the verse that I just read is verse 15. Verse 15, chapter 50 in the Quran, randomly pulled up, just told you that God is the creator of man, and God is closer to man than his jugular vein. I don't see Jesus sitting right next to me. I don't see Jesus anywhere in this room. So either the Quran is false or something is missing. I literally just opened this verse randomly to show you that Islam is very clear. You will never open the Quran and read a verse and be in confusion. This is a myth. Anybody who says,
What is happening?
evil, they don't open up the Quran themselves. If I was to ask Michael here, what are the 6 pillars of faith in Islam, he wouldn't even know. You probably studied that because it's a very popular question in apologetics right now. That's good. I didn't ask you the question though. This is my opening statement, so please let me finish.
He's about to get fried, dude. I don't even know who this guy is, but he should be able to
God of the Bible,
destroy this guy.
Quran. So when you
Come
say
on, man.
that Christianity is so amazing for humanity, I actually agree with you.
Dude, am I washed? I mean, I know I'm washed, but am I
became
washed
educated
out?
enough to be able to stand on the stage, well, sit down on the stage, and
To stand on the stage. We'll sit down on the stage.
about the oppression that is happening.
You know what I'm saying?
That is hiding behind
Bitch.
Christianity and Judaism. Christianity right now is at a very critical point. You guys are the world's largest religion. The biggest group of Jesus followers. Muslims are right behind you. People like Michael Jones have a hard time believing that
Mike Jones.
Muslims believe in the virgin birth of Jesus. Muslims believe that there is only one son of Virgin Mary, and his name is Jesus of Nazareth. Muslims believe that he only spoke the truth.
Wow.
Muslims believe that the Bible was the word of God and was revealed by Allah to humanity,
Allah.
just as the Torah
Dude, this is bad.
and what came before it. There was even a group of monotheists that lived in ancient Mesopotamia that are mentioned in the Quran called Sabians. Now, if I was to call them Muslims, someone like Michael would lose his absolute mind. He would say, how are they Muslim? How are these ancient people that predate Islam, why are they considered Muslim? Well, because there is a central key
Dude,
foundation
this
in the doctrine of
sucks.
Islam, which is submission to God.
You can't come out. You can't come out and be like, "Bro, your opening statement was so boring," and then be even more boring. Like,
Literal phrase "submit to God" exists in the Bible. Jesus.
and then he's like, he's doing. This is like the Biden weave or like the Trump weave, dude. Like he's just rambling. I don't think he wrote an opening at all. He's just sending it.
To God. In Matthew, it says he fell on his face and prayed. He fell on his face and prayed to submit to God. He gave his free will to his Father and never did anything out of his own will. He never taught his own.
So I think what's happening here. Oh no, I just destroyed my whole set. I think we're good. So, are we good? Whatever. I'm not going to make it worse. I think what's happening here is like he maybe only knows how to debate Islam versus Christianity, which is true, but this debate is which is better for society.
Own words. I would call Jesus a Muslim. Every time I post events, Jesus is a Muslim prophet. He gets 200 likes and 3,000 replies. Why?
Because you're an idiot and you're getting ratioed, you dumbass. Because you're wrong. Because the Islamic faith and tradition doesn't come until like 600 or 700 years after Christ.
Why is it such a bad statement to say that Jesus was a Muslim prophet?
Because you're just wrong.
Hopefully in this debate, I can clear up the misconceptions that Christian apologists always trip on.
Oh no.
Explaining why Islam is better for humanity. Michael Jones brought up some very good points, and I agree with him. Islamic
Mike
community
Jones.
needs more education. We need more freedom from the West. We need the bombs to stop dropping on our heads while we go to sleep so we can improve humanity. Islam will never be able to better humanity as long as Islam is in war. Right now, people like Michael Jones are declaring
Mike
war.
Jones.
They say, oh, Islam is good. You know, not everything about Islam is bad. But then they go and say, our prophet was a pedophile. So there's a bit of hypocrisy here. I didn't come to you with data in my opening statement. I came to you with a real story, real pain.
I didn't come to you with data. I don't need no data. Shit. Came to you with my soul, man. Bitch.
And I'm not even making it about myself. All I'm trying to remind you is that...
And I'm not making it about myself. I didn't come to you with data. I came to you with a true story about myself. And I'm not even trying to make it about myself.
Jesus...
That's facts. Like slam poetry.
...is returning. Jesus is coming back in this lifetime. I've had dreams where I met Jesus. I'm still a Muslim. Do you know what that means? That means there's something...
That means you're in denial, brother.
Something in Islam that you all need to understand. Something that I'm going to try and bring out of my heart today. So maybe it can reach any open heart in the audience today or anyone watching that genuinely thinks that Muslims are not bad people. I'm going to put your heart a comfort. I'm going to put these accusations to rest. I told Michael, don't insult our prophet. Don't go there because you're going to change the whole debate. And he's already done that. So the direction of this debate is not going to be a back and forth. It's rather going to be who can win over the audience.
Brother,
Michael's not telling you Jesus is coming back. A Muslim is sitting on stage telling you Jesus is coming back. Go back to your churches. Go back and read the Bible. Read what it says about Jesus. So when he comes back, you know who he is.
Is he crying?
To come back because we literally cannot leave our country. Palestine is literally enclosed.
Like, is this just like the moment to take the microphone and this was like his big moment to, I don't know, cater to random progressives online? Like, you're not winning anybody in this audience. First of all, listen, most of us there, if I had to guess, you know, it wasn't a big topic, but not fans of sending all of our money to Israel, not fans of sending our like bombs to be used on women and children in Palestine. Disavow. Boo. Not big fans. I don't think anybody there is in support of that. So when you're preaching these things, it's like but we're also not dumbass progressives that are like, oh yeah, we need to be nice to brown people and let them invade our country and take everything over. And I should convert to, you know, Islam so that I can cure some of my white guilt. Like, no.
Open air prison. Nobody's allowed to leave unless they pay a $10,000 ransom fee. To who?
Me.
We all know who. The governments, the people who claim to be Christians, Muslims, Jews, but they're not telling you Jesus is coming back.
They not telling y'all, man. Shit.
The people in Palestine are telling you Jesus is coming back. The people who watch every single church get destroyed.
Is he a rapper or something? Is that what they said in his opening?
In Gaza has been destroyed. I hope I can get a statement from you, Michael, that says, I condemn the genocide in Gaza. You claim to be a defender of children. You claim to love children. You know what?
I don't think is this guy, is Inspiring Philosophy is he like a Zionist or something? I don't get it.
In the last 700 days, I haven't been attacking Christianity. As a Muslim, I've been posting videos of our dead children. And what happens on the platforms that I post them on? I get shadow banned. I get called.
This is just the whole opening is just like, there's a genocide in Palestine. And like, okay, but how, like, it's like, okay, the topic is, which is better for society, Christianity or Islam? And Inspiring Philosophy is like, all right, Christianity's better, and here's why, here's all my data points, blah, 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 blah. Like, Christianity is, going to be productive in improving society. And then Junior's like, there's a genocide in Palestine, man. Free Palestine, bitch. What? Okay, bro. Like, all right, I hear you, but how does that declare? So how does that make Islam better for society? What do you have? Do you want to rebut that, or we just going to talk about your, tragic incidents for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Muslims face so much persecution today.
Oh my gosh.
To say that Islam is not better for humanity is just unfair.
What? That's his argument? Hey, bro, you can't say Islam is not better for society. That's unfair, man. That ain't fair, man. You didn't have to go there, bro. I know. Shit, man. I know this topic was about, like, what's best for society and shit, man. But, like, you didn't have to go there, bro. You didn't have to take it there, man. What is happening?
When Islam gets out of this age of war and enters a golden...
Yeah, when is that? Maybe, have you tried just not doing war? Have you tried just, doing some of some peace, you know, try a little bit of that.
An age of knowledge and education, you will see the beauty in the Muslim people.
Yeah.
Did you see the viral TikTok video of the woman who called 20 Christian churches? I don't know if they were Protestant or Catholic.
Did you see the TikTok?
I'm not going to go there. But I think this should wake up every single Christian in America. When you have a single mother, I don't care if she was a scammer. I don't care if it was a social experiment. I don't care if it was just a TikTok video. A woman calls 20 churches, and all of them refuse to give her baby formula. She calls an Islamic church, well, at least that's what she called it. A mosque told her when and where. Where are you, and when do you need it? And he asked her one more question. What kind of baby formula do you need? The mosques.
I don't even think that's true either. That lady called a bunch of churches, and yes, there was a couple that went viral for declining her, but there were several actually that she made look worse than they were. And I'm not even going to defend Protestant church. There are a lot of messed up Protestant churches. There were some weird ones in there. There was like this black pastor who was going back and forth with then he just like doubled down on it. He was like, fuck that bitch. Basically, I mean, but there's several churches who work directly with charities, and it's like not the greatest way to do it. It's like it's not the best look, really. I mean, because I understand because you leave yourself open to interpretation like that, or you leave yourself room for attack, but the way they do it is like, hey, this church partners with this charity, or this local food shelter, whatever. And so when people come like that and they ask, they are referred to the shelter or the food pantry or whatever, the local pantry. And those people will help the women, especially mothers, nursing mothers. But it's an extra phone call. It should be like something where you can just transfer them over there. Like, hey, give me a minute, whatever, put the button, and then it just transfers over. That way it's not like they're rejecting them. But since they did that, this girl was able to make it appear as though they're rejecting her, when really they're just saying, yeah, that's just totally fine, but let me give you this number and call here. It'd be like if you called, like our parish has maybe like a help line or something, but it's like it may be a different place if you wanted to, for different questions, you know what I mean? So it's not a rejection, but I get the optics of it aren't great. But then there were a handful that were definitely not receptive at all, which was kind of strange. Because I feel like every church, well, I know for sure every church that I've been to, I can think of maybe one or two when I was younger that wouldn't help with something like that. Like straight up. Well, actually, I don't even know about that. Even the ones that were like Pentecostal and look kind of crazy, I think it would still help. I think they would probably show up to her house, though. They might be a little too excited to help, actually. Maybe one I would be 50-50 on. I wouldn't be sure what the response would be. But I mean, they were always super helpful. They built a house for this entire family whenever they had to adopt the rest of their family, and it was like a family of 5. Aunt and uncle dies. So now there's 6 kids that they had that needed to be adopted. They get moved into the home with the other 5. So they had a family of 11 now, and they were with like this little tiny house with like basically 3 rooms, and yeah, like really tiny, like 2, like a room, little teeny room with a bathroom, and that's where actually the mom and dad slept. But they built on this entire addition onto the house. It was like 2 stories, crazy. So they probably would have given her formula too. So every church I've been to would have, and definitely the Orthodox and the Catholics. Even the Catholics, I think that they called some Catholic churches, and I think one Orthodox church, and all of them were the same way. They were like, when and where. So, anyways, stupid anecdote, and it's not true,
are equipped
or it's not.
to handle such tragedies in society. They're equipped to handle such demands from single mothers, whereas the churches are not. So it's quite ironic to me that Michael, sat down last night, last minute, pulling up all this data about women being
Last minute, brother. The only one that did anything last minute is you. It's crazy.
In fact, you know what? Women are not oppressed. I'm literally going to call my wife right now, and I'm going to show you a real-time example of a good Muslim husband. Hi, baby. How are you?
Just dealing with a teething toddler.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is she crying? Baby, I have one question just real quick because the audience is listening. Have I ever put my hands on you?
Oh, no.
Have I ever beat you?
No.
Okay, I love you so much. Let me finish this debate and I'll call you back. So,
This is so weird.
I've never put my hands on my wife. I've read the entire Quran. I'm in the process of memorizing it. I'm in the process of memorizing hundreds and hundreds of hadiths. And not a single one has told me to put my hands on my wife. And if it did, I definitely would have, because I follow Islam.
Wait, wait, bro. Wait. Dude, what is he like? He's just crashing and burning. We're not even into the debate yet. This is crazy. Holy shit. What if he... Wait, hold on. Wait. This is nuts. Wait, hold on. He said... He does the phone call with the wife, and then he's like, have I ever hit you, baby? No. And she's like, no. And he's like, all right, baby, let me finish this debate. See, and I'm in the process of memorizing the Quran, and I'm in the process of memorizing the Hadiths, and none of them have ever told me to beat my wife. And if they did, then I would, because I do everything in Islam. Bro, what are you saying?
Hundreds and hundreds of hadiths, and not a single one has told me to put my hands on my wife. And if it did, I definitely would have, because I follow Islam.
Is he rage baiting? What's happening? Is he just trolling? Like, is this a cry for help? Does Junior need us to save him? Like, Junior, blink twice if Hakikachu has, like, if you're wearing a vest, that Hakikachu has a red button to, and he's like, if Junior bails on us, dude, he's cooked. Holy shit. That's hilarious.
And
he just wrecked himself in his opening.
Everything Islam tells me.
Hold on. We need to just hear. Wait. We need to just hear that one full time through. I just need to hear that. So he doesn't beat his wife. They finish the phone call, and he says, "I would never beat my wife, because the Quran doesn't tell me to, and I'm in the process of memorizing the whole thing and all the hadiths, and they've never told me to beat my wife, and if they did, then I would, because I follow Islam, and I'm doing it, man."
So right there, you can't make this up.
You really can't make this up.
I've read the entire Quran. I'm in the process of memorizing it. I'm in the process of memorizing hundreds and hundreds of hadiths. And not a single one has told me to put my hands on my wife. And if it did, I definitely would have, because I follow Islam. And I do everything Islam tells me. The reason I'm sitting here taking scrutiny today, being attacked, whatever he says to me, I'm going to accept it. You know why? Because none of this matters. What matters is the return of Jesus Christ. Jesus will return.
Wow.
I swear to God, if I speak lies, may God strike me down. May God kill me. We are facing a genocide in Palestine.
Yeah, the whole thing is just there's a genocide in Palestine.
Online that there's a ceasefire. there's a yellow line. And if you cross that line, you're going to get murdered without any question asked.
I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to our friends at Maine First Project for sponsoring Debate
One too
Versus,
quick.
as They also believe in the values.
James has a weird cadence and like
Maine First Project
style of
fights
speaking. It's funny.
conservatism in New England and beyond. So check out their link in the description box below. Timer set for you, Mike, for your first rebuttal. That's 10 minutes.
This guy was in one of the 1v5 things. He did okay, actually. He did pretty good. There was a couple where I'm like, yeah, and then there was a couple where I was like, what the hell is he saying? I think that's the guy. I can't remember. Those 1v5s are going to be epic, by the way. Jim Bob's is going to be spectacular. I think he did really well, and I got to just, I got to keep glazing Jim Bob, dude. It's just, me and him had such a good time up there. We can never keep it together anytime we're hanging out. It's like, I feel like I'm in elementary school, dude, and the teacher, like, dude, if me and Jim Bob were in the same grade, in the same classes together, we would be suspended from school probably. There's no shot. I don't know, we just look at each other and start cracking up, so it's kind of funny, but his 1v5 was so good. It was a master class. So that one's going to be good. I really hope they get those out quick. Jake's was really good. And even the ones where they did with Hikikachu was pretty good. So I'm interested to see what the ones with like Planet Peterson were like. I know after Bryce sat down with Planet Peterson, and I mean, they were sitting there for like 30 or 45 minutes, Bryce J on TikTok. And Bryce was telling me that basically it got to the point where, like, it was kind of a debate, sort of more of a discussion style, though. It's like, obviously they disagree on their worldview. But he said basically at some point, Planet Peterson was like conceding that, hey, well, if there were more Christians like you, then, maybe I wouldn't be so opposed to like Christian nationalism or whatever. And then he just started asking Bryce like a shit ton of questions about orthodoxy and like the different things that we believe. And he was just like, I just kind of let it happen. He's like, obviously I'm there to debate it. I want to debate against his worldview. But if he wants to ask me about orthodoxy and it's like an AMA about, what's it like to be an Orthodox Christian or what are your beliefs? He's like, that's so much more useful for, because this is good. People, especially fans of Peterson, are going to see that. And if you're an honest person, and me and another guy who have been talking about this, and he's kind of leaving Protestantism. He's not set on, whether he's going to be Catholic or Orthodox. He just knows that anything Protestant is not going to be useful, and is not stable, or maybe that's not the right words, but it's not the truth really is what I'm telling you. So I'm just like, if you're really honestly with an open heart looking for the truth, I feel like you just end up at the Orthodox Church, or at the very least the Catholic Church. You should end up right there on the money. I mean, there's still a lot of pretty significant differences, but at the same time, yeah. Anyway, so that was kind of cool. All that stuff is pretty cool. This is going to be really good content, I think, and really good. Like, I feel like Jim Bob's is going viral. I'm pretty sure that one's going to be a hit. So that should be interesting.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready on your first word to start the timer.
All right. Appreciate that. How's everybody doing? Let's wake up the crowd. Come on. See? That is how you wake up a crowd. Thank you. All right, so let's get into this right here. A lot of stuff to go through. Not a lot of data, as we can all see. Again,
not a lot of anything.
Good data. We're not arguing. Is Islam good and is Christianity good? We're arguing which is better. And I already said in my opening statement, I'm not going to say everything about Islam is bad. Let's talk about the last thing you said. I never said you beat your wife. I think you're a really good person. You obviously treat her well. You're obviously better than a lot of Muslims because, again, the data shows that, again, when we go through the meta-ethnography in the review I cited, we see higher levels of abuse.
The meta-ethnography?
All Muslims.
I don't even know what that
I'm not
means.
saying that at all. You want a hadith on this? Okay, we'll go to Sunan Abu Dawud.
Uh-oh.
246. Okay. So, do not beat Allah's handmaid. But Umar came to the messenger of Allah and said, women have become revolted towards him. He, the prophet, gave permission to beat them. Then many women came around to the messenger of Allah, complaining against their husbands. So the messenger of Allah said, many women have gone round Muhammad's family, complaining against their husbands. They are not the best among you. Okay, so he says, not the best among you. Fair enough. But he still gave them permission. Why is he giving them permission if they're going to do it and it's going to cause them to be bad people? That's a problem right there. So,
yikes.
Odd thing to say there. Okay, let's go through some of these points.
Oh,
here.
we're not even in like
you talked about
HD here.
Israel's not a Christian nation. How many Andrew Wilson fans are here? Oh, okay. How many of you are Andrew Wilson fans support Israel? Oh, lo and behold, look, there's.
Hey, that's not fair. Don't say it like that, though, man. Don't ask it like that. Like, how many of you are Andrew Wilson fans? How many of you support Israel? And, it goes from everybody raising their hands to nobody raising their hands. Come on, man. It's not like that. That's a bad look, dude. Listen, we support, as a good friend of Andrew Wilson's for a long time, okay? I've known Andrew for a long time. Also would consider myself a fan. Listen, I support the idea of Israel being allowed to support and defend themselves. I'm not saying that Israel shouldn't exist. That's a bad way to frame it. That was not okay, people are going to take that out of context. We support Israel's right to defend itself, its right to exist as a nation, to fight for itself, to whatever, expand if it wants to. We just don't support our tax dollars funding that nonsense, okay? That's the line there, okay? So
on Christians on this issue. I'm shocked. Seriously, I'm shocked. Yeah, this is an American phenomenon. A lot of Christians around the world don't actually hold to that. He says he wanted to hear my opinions, not research. Do I need to even go further? This is
further
opinions. This is a debate about what the facts are. And
dude, oh my gosh.
Okay.
Hey.
No. So no.
Little Ben Shapiro, Ben Shapibo, shout out.
If you're having intercourse with a 9-year-old girl, they are called non-exclusive pedophiles, because a non-exclusive pedophile, someone who's attracted to prepubescent and women. Okay, that is just a clinical term. Okay, if you want to call it an insult, I'm sorry, facts are insults. I don't have to tell you. He says Muslims do follow Jesus. You guys denote him. That's our problem. It's like taking the CEO of a company and making him the janitor. We say he's God. That's it. When you say that he's just a prophet, that's an insult to us. Okay, so you can say it any day you want. It still is insulting to us. It's like if I started calling you by your first job title, whatever it was. Like if you were a clerk or you stock shelves, you'd be like, no, I've done many other things. Yeah, and you'd be right about that. He agrees Muslims need more education. Yeah. Thank you. I guess I win the debate. Yeah.
Maybe we will watch this whole thing. Dude, that's funny. All right, now we're getting fired. We're getting some energy, dude. We're getting on a roll here, dude. That's what I like to see, man. Take a little page from Andrew Wilson, man. Attack them personally. Call them stupid. But also make your points. It's not an ad hominem. Remember, guys, if you make your point, so my opponent says X and I refute it with Y, also my opponent is a retard. That's not an ad hominem. An ad hominem would be like, my opponent says X, my opponent is a retard. That's funny, but it's an ad hominem. Okay? So just remember, you can attack your opponent to disarm them. You have to do it intelligently, but you can say, my opponent says X, I say Y. Here's my argument to support that. Also, my opponent is a retard. That's just entertaining, okay? And I personally enjoy that a lot, okay? So that's what you got to do. You got to do that more, and that's how you win a debate. If I'm the judge.
We see that Christian societies have already done this better. We've educated our people better. Therefore, we're creating more optimal societies.
His voice crack, dude. If his voice wasn't cracking, he would score so many more points too. By the way.
Hey, thanks, appreciate it. Thanks for that concede. Appreciate it. He says we're declaring war on Islam.
He's smart though. I'll give him
that.
He's just like a nerd smart. Like it's like Ben Shapiro in a way. It's like he's saying true things that are smart, and he's clearly very intelligent and well read, but also I want to kind of put him in a locker or something and, maybe throw stuff at him. But he's smart. He's winning.
We're not declaring right now any sort of physical war on Islam. This is a spiritual war. Okay? We disagree with Islam. We think it's bad for humanity. We think they teach false doctrines. We as Christians are called to stand against that. That is a command from our Lord Jesus Christ. So at the end of the day,
wanna stand right
we'll
now.
stand against anything that stands against the gospel. Okay? That doesn't mean
I will, though,
we're not
I
gonna be
guess.
peaceful. That doesn't mean we're not going to resort to violence as the first to go. As again, I cited a bunch of research showing that Christians reduce violence around the world.
Yeah, we are. That doesn't mean we're not going to not resort to violence. Wait, that's what he said, right?
World. So, as again, I said we're not going to be peaceful. Stand against anything that stands against the gospel. Okay? That doesn't mean we're not going to be peaceful. That doesn't mean we're not going to resort to violence as the first to go. As again,
Based. That was a double negative, so that means we are going to resort to violence as the first go. W. Mike Jones. I'm kidding. Okay, I disavow Mike Jones there. He says we're going to resort to violence. I say we're going to resort to violence.
Reduce discrimination. Jonathan Fox found that in Muslim countries, there is 5 times the level of discrimination than what you find in Christian ones. So he says Muslims are persecuted and discriminated around the world. I want to tell you, Muslims are doing a heck ton of persecution, apparently.
A heck ton? Oh, shit.
Again, look at what Grimm and Finke found in their book, The Price of Freedom Denied. Okay? They know this is coming from Islam. It's not something that
It's coming from Islam.
kind of discrimination.
I'm coming.
Leads to more discrimination.
Muslims are coming.
So this is one of the reasons we're going to fight against Islam. He wants to talk about genocide. What about all the Christians being genocided in Nigeria?
We're gonna put up casinos. There's gonna be slot machines in Gaza.
And throughout Africa, okay, being beheaded in the Congo. This is horrible stuff. Okay, we as Christians condemn all genocides.
I saw a man beheaded.
I condemn it.
I said,
Okay?
wow.
The topic of the debate tonight. The topic is what is going to make society better, humanity better, Christianity or Islam. The data clearly shows it's Christianity. Again, you guys want less war and conflict? Christianity.
No, I mean,
You want
yes.
less discrimination? You want
No.
better treatment of minority groups in the country?
No.
Christianity is going to give that.
Oh,
There's no wonder Muslims flee their countries they created and come to ours. They're being treated better here.
okay. Well, maybe Mike Jones was right. There are some things that Muslims are getting right.
Our people are being treated over there. Okay? That needs to be noted. And what Israel is doing has nothing to do with this, because you got to actually show a study showing that somehow that is correlated to Christian beliefs. Okay? There's a simple way to do this. When I debated Aaron Ra on if Christianity is dangerous, I said, look, you want to show Christianity is dangerous? Here's how you do it. You show something in the Bible. Then you show you have the right interpretation, and most Christians agree with that interpretation, and then show it leads to harm. Okay? He couldn't do that. I can easily do that with Islam.
Yeah, he's kind of cooking them,
The
dude.
Quran in Surah 4 says polygamy is
All right,
permissible.
let's.
Okay?
All right, we're gonna speed this up for the sake of brevity because I've got to play a couple video games before we go to bed.
That's pretty straightforward. Most Muslims agree with that. And then we see polygamy leads to horrible, horrible consequences. Okay? I could just win the debate with polygamy alone. Because what happens with polygamy? Okay, so let's just do the math here. Okay? So humans have produced roughly an equal number of men and women. Okay? When you have top men and women, that means the bottom percentage of men don't have wives. What do they do then? They join gangs, terrorist organizations. They commit violence. Muslims say often that they are...
Dude, even in the double time, the voice cracks are bad.
Leave 30% of the young men, 20, depending on what nation you're in, percentage can vary. You leave them alone without the prospect of having a wife or starting a family. What do you think they're going to do? Thank God Christianity outlawed polygamy early on because we see that taught in the New Testament. And I argue it's also in Leviticus 18:18, but that's another topic. So, yeah, a lot of data to go through. I could just sit here and start listing hadiths at this point because there's, I think I've covered just about everything there. So let's go through a couple of these. Sahih al-Bukhari 26:58. The Prophet said, isn't a witness of a woman equal to half that of a man? The woman said, yes. He said, this is because of the deficiency of a woman's mind. So ladies, in Islam, you are equal to half that of a man, and it's because of the deficiency of your mind. Okay, Surah 4:34.
Based.
Gives Muslims permission to strike women, to strike their wives. First, you scold them, you remove them from the bed, and if that doesn't work, then you can hit them. Okay? Now, what do we see in the results? What does the research show, guys? It shows Islam in Muslim families, there is higher levels of domestic violence and abuse, higher levels of intimate partner violence. Where do you think that's coming from?
The women.
It flows for itself. Sahih al-Bukhari 58:25. Aisha talked about a woman who's being beaten and said her skin is greener than her clothes. That's how bad this woman was getting beat. Aisha said, I have not seen women suffering as much
What did she
as
say?
believing women. Sahih al-Bukhari 58:25. So women were being beat, and then if you go to the rest of the hadith, the Prophet never says, stop beating her. No, that's not even the point of the hadith. I mean, there's so much I could go through. We could cover how Muhammad gave permission to his soldiers to take women as captives and turn them into sex slaves. You can see that throughout the hadith. May not like it, but yeah, that's in there. You can go to places like Jami al-Tirmidhi 30:16. You go to Sunan Abu Dawud 2155. All that kind of stuff. Now again, I'm not saying everything about Islam is bad. Okay? Islam says to pray. Okay? It says to take care of your neighbor, that kind of stuff. These are good things. I'm not saying my opponent is doing all these things. He seems like a pretty decent fellow. Okay? That doesn't
A
change
decent
the fact
fellow.
that the ideology he's promoting would create a worse world. If you are promoting and spreading Islam, you are...
I read the Quran one time. I opened it and I looked and I said, wow. Wow, what a book. And I looked again and I said, rape. What? They're doing it. I'm done with this debate, I think.
You will inevitably make...
It's over. He got wrecked.
That's not my opinion. That is the results of the research. That is the data. That is what we see coming out. Again, more discrimination, more war and conflict, more authoritarianism.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Spousal abuse.
He got obliterated by himself. Let me see if he has like one decent rebuttal, I guess.
The timer set for you for 10 minutes. Junior, the floor is all yours.
Holy heck, dude.
I hope that's not an Israeli tattoo on your forearm. I really hope I'm not debating a Mossad agent today. But you said that our prophet said we're going to hit women. I've never hit my wife. And I think you're a liar because there are several hadiths that explicitly forbid hitting women. Sahih Muslim, the Messenger of Allah said, do not strike the female servants of Allah. I am a servant of Allah. Everyone is a servant of Allah.
Christians aren't, dumbass, and seculars aren't, you fucking idiot.
I say Jesus is a servant of Allah. Jesus did the will of his Father, right? It's not a disrespectful thing. Every single creation, there's a verse in the Quran that says,
Dude, he is getting blown out. That's crazy.
everything in this world, in the heavens and the earth, is a servant of Allah. And Allah knows them by their numbers. He knows every single one of them. So Allah, when he creates, He creates and he knows his creation. You said that the Prophet tells us to hit our wives. I didn't accept that. That's a blatant lie. Sunan Abu Dawud, he said,
Hubba hubba do.
then he became angry when some men hit their wives. Those are hadiths that you're speaking on, because hadiths are simply conversations. They are not laws. They are not.
See, that's the funny thing about Islam. So he just sat there and used hadith to defend against or to make his points, to say, like, see how like nice and based Islam is. But when the opponent was using hadith to expose how, you know, violent the religion is, then he's like, yeah, but they're just like conversations, bro. They're not like, we don't take them that seriously.
A hadith does not stand on its own without
The Quran.
I dare you to bring me a verse in the Quran that says to strike women. You can't. Next hadith. Yeah, I know he got excited on now. He's like, yeah, I'm going to find it. You can't. I have a Quran right here. You want to take it? Hadith 3. Musnad Ahmad. Could any of you beat your wife as he beats a slave and then lie with her in the evening? This is the Prophet condemning him.
Wait. You're saying, could you beat your wife as you beat your slave? Dude, I could have debated this guy. I mean, look, dude, I'd probably have been nervous too, but I could have debated this guy. Holy shit. I don't know. He's that dumb. He said, you can't beat your woman as you beat your slave, but it's fine to beat the slave that way. That's the hadith. The hadith that he used is kind of funny that he used that, because it's not saying explicitly that you can't beat women. It's saying not to beat the servants of Allah, meaning if you're outside and you're an infidel, it's fair game. But if you're part of the Muslim tradition, then you shouldn't be beaten. Even though we can find videos all over the internet of public beatings of Muslim wives. But then I guess they would probably say that, well, while you were disobeying me, now you're outside, you're no longer a servant of Allah, because if you were a servant of Allah, you would be serving me. Like, it's really easy to find how they justify these things.
Hitting totally. You don't even want to know what happened to the guy who beat his wife until she got green.
So tell us. Actually, we do. Wait.
Aisha radiyallahu anha, his youngest wife, the most controversial marriage out of his 11 marriages. She said, the Prophet never struck anything with his hand, neither a woman nor a servant. So are you calling Aisha a liar? Because clearly Islam is built on the actions of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, not his words, not the advice that he gave to people. We follow the sunnah, which is his actions. He never hit.
Dude, you gotta speak faster.
Because Michael Jones tells me to? No. Because I'm poor or because I'm an alcoholic? I don't drink alcohol.
Oh,
the Quran
okay.
Never. And I know you're going to jump to chapter 4, verse 34. You cannot use that verse to say Quran says harm women. Okay? The Arabic word daraba has.
He already knows he's cooked.
If he tries to stick to one of them and make his point, he's conceded the entire debate. To anybody who's serious and understands the Quran, they're never going to believe what Michael Jones has. The meaning, the specific linguistic meaning of the word daraba, let me teach you. I'm a Muslim. I read Arabic. I read the Quran. It means to separate from her. When your woman gives you a hard time, leave the room. If she keeps giving you a hard time and she doesn't take, you leaving the room as a sign that maybe she did something wrong, and she keeps going, then leave the house. That's what he didn't say about the hadith that he mentioned. It says to leave the house, not to hit her, not to insult her, not to escalate the matters. And if she still doesn't get better, she's still oppressing you as a husband, then you have the right to divorce her. So even in Islam, you're not allowed to divorce your wife if she's annoying. You can't do it. You can't just divorce your wife unjustly. There are so many hadiths from the Prophet that condemns divorcing a woman unjustly. He even went as far as marrying divorced women who were divorced unjustly. He went as far as marrying widows who were suffering so greatly that all they needed was a home, a loving home, and a strong man. And that is what he provided for them. But unfortunately, we live in a society today where people consume porn, people consume a lot of degenerate content.
Isn't there like that's kind of funny actually, because there was a bunch of Muslims like making fun of Andrew for the newest this 6 months expose video where somebody finds out that Andrew and Rachel have like a checkered past, you know, and they're kind of actually, which kind of like makes them a little good for each other in a way, because neither of them's perfect. But the reason everybody knows is because they've talked about it several times. So but while this is happening, you know, the lady that attacks his wife and she says, oh, you know, doesn't she have 3 different husbands or kids from 3 different men or something like that, which were all marriages, by the way. Not like a hoe face in college. But anyways, point aside, there were definitely some Muslims attacking Andrew for that. So it's kind of funny that he brings this up and he's like, well, the Prophet Muhammad, he married widows and all this other stuff. So I find that kind of funny. He married divorced, you know, women who were divorced unjustly.
Consume so much.
I think one of Rachel's husbands died too. Like one died and then one was abusive, and I don't know about the other one. But they've talked about it at length before, both of them.
That if you live around that and try to understand Islam, it's never gonna happen. You need to go into the woods for 3 months, isolate yourself, cleanse yourself, ground yourself on the ground, walk barefoot. When's the last time you did that, Michael Jones? I dare you after this debate. Leave this room, go outside, and walk on the grass barefoot. You need to isolate yourself from Western society and Western propaganda to understand the true meaning of Islam.
Bro. Wait, hold on. This is such a crazy debate, dude. This is actually kind of crazy. Michael, you need to go outside and walk barefoot on the ground, you dumbass. You need to connect yourself with Mother Nature. You need to isolate yourself from the society.
Around that and try to, oh man, and that is what he provided for them. But unfortunately, we live in a society today where people consume porn, people consume a lot of degenerate content, people consume so much negativity that if you live around that and try to understand Islam, it's never gonna happen. You need to go into the woods for 3 months, isolate yourself, cleanse yourself, ground yourself on the ground, walk barefoot. When's the last time you did that, Michael Jones? I dare you.
Walk barefoot. Take your shoes off.
After this debate, leave this room, go outside, and walk on the ground barefoot. You need to isolate yourself from Western society and Western propaganda to understand the true meaning of Islam.
Hold on, we gotta
isolate yourself.
We needed to see the full extent of this.
Islam, it's never gonna happen. You need to go into the woods for 3 months, isolate yourself, cleanse yourself, ground yourself on the ground, walk barefoot. When's the last time you did that, Michael Jones? I dare you after this debate, leave this room, go outside, and walk on the grass barefoot. You need to isolate yourself from Western society and Western propaganda to understand the true meaning of Islam. Islam is better for humanity because you cannot prove that it's not good for humanity.
What? Dude. What? That's crazy. This is like Matt Dillahunty levels of like I remain unconvinced. He's like Mike Jones, you know, comes in here and he's like, yeah, I'm saying Islam is bad for society because of, you know, blah, 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 and just lists out all these things. And then Junior just is like, yeah, well, I remain unconvinced. And you can't say that Islam is worse for society. You can't prove that because you can't prove it. Or you can't say that because you can't prove it. What did you just say? That was a crazy like statement.
Is better for meaning and Western propaganda to understand the true meaning of Islam.
Yeah, just take your shoes off, bro, and then you'll convert to Islam.
Is better for humanity because you cannot prove that it's not good for humanity. Rainbow flags in a church, you'll never see that in a mosque.
Bro, this is like, he's literally doing like slam poetry. This isn't even a fucking debate, dude. This is like, he's just saying shit, bro. He's just throwing things out there and just hoping for the best. That is actually crazy, dude.
Don't tell me to go to the church as a Muslim.
Dude, that's crazy.
On that big door. I'm not going in there.
I'm not going in there, bro.
Yes.
We need that on a soundboard. I'm not going in there. I'm getting my soundboard back, by the way. I know where it's at. I just gotta like open it up again and set it all up. I think I'm actually gonna get a computer again too, so the stream should be better and more consistent when I do that, because I'll actually be able to game too. Like right now I can only play like 2 games.
Islam causes more violence. It causes more problems. But you know what? It also has very severe punishment.
Wait, I didn't even catch that until I'm like listening to the people clapping. That's crazy. This guy is just literally debating himself. What is going on?
Islam causes more violence. It causes more problems. But you know what? It also has very severe punishments for those who cause violence and cause problems.
I'm so confused, dude. Is this guy serious? Like, is he throwing? Like, is he just... What's happening? Dude, I'm so mad this was going on during Jim Bob's thing. I would have loved to be in here. Jim Bob's thing was packed out, by the way. That's crazy. He had all the audience from in here. Like, this was like a third of the way full, or a quarter of the way full, and everyone else was like in Jim Bob's room. People were standing up against the fucking wall and shit. It was crazy. Damn, dude, that is crazy. What is wrong with this guy? He's just conceding the whole debate. Yeah, Islam is more violent. Oh yeah, we are less peaceful. But guess what? We have more severe punishments for people who are unpeaceful and violent and causing problems. Checkmate, bitch. Like, bro, are you actually serious?
Because Islam came as a religion for all of mankind. Everyone. Not the Arab, not the English person who doesn't know how to read. No. It came for...
What is he saying, bro? This is like watching like 90s or 2000s Saturday Night Live. This guy is actually a character from like South Park, from like Saturday Night Live. This is fucking hilarious, actually. I can't stop watching. I want to stop and like maybe do the rest of this review tomorrow or like the next day, because I want to play some games, but I just can't stop watching, dude. Every time he starts talking, he just destroys his own positions.
God said this is a book for all of mankind. This is a literal verse in the Quran. So I'm not speaking from my own will when I say Islam is better for humanity. I'm speaking on behalf of every single human soul. Christians need education too. You say Muslims need education. Well, Christians need education too. You guys are genociding Palestine. You don't want to take credit for that? You don't want to take credit for supporting Israel and killing my family? Shame on you. I thought you were better than that with that Mossad tattoo on your forearm. They're not going to send you that $7,000 check after this debate, Michael. Why are you talking to a Muslim if you don't want to learn? You don't want to learn? You don't think Christians need education about Islam? You don't think the division in this country is really bad? You didn't even condemn the genocide in Gaza, man. You said, what about the genocide in Nigeria? I condemn the genocide in Nigeria. Any Muslim killing a Christian in Nigeria, I hope to God that when Jesus returns, he will make an example out of you for humanity. Because Muslims who kill are some of the worst people. But you know what? In Christianity, salvation is exclusive to Christians. Islam,
no, it's
salvation is non-exclusive to Muslims. It is available and provided to
Saint Barabbas on the cross, the thief on the cross, dude. What are we even talking about, you idiot?
every single creation. Islam tells you to earn salvation, all you have to do is have a mustard seed weight of faith in your heart. That's a very powerful and famous biblical parable.
Dude, I need to go back through this and just clip this up, dude. God, this could be so good. Islam says all you have to have is a mustard seed. Bro, just out of context, and then all the stuff he says in, oh yeah, Islam does cause more problems. It does cause more violence. But we have harsh punishments for those people who are violent and cause problems, even though we cause more problems.
You have a mustard seed weight of faith in your heart, you will enter heaven. What are we worried about? What are we worried about? Why are we worried about who's right and wrong? If we both believe in Jesus, if we both believe Jesus is the Messiah, if we both believe Jesus is returning, what is the reason that we need to be divided? You have your reasons. I don't have any.
What?
Islam is better for humanity because Muslims do not seek to be divided from the people. When my wife puts on the hijab, she looks like Virgin Mary. I can't look at her.
That's
and
blasphemy.
I can't look at her and think any negative thought. I can't even look at her past and think, oh, maybe she's not pure. Maybe, because she's a Western gal and she's wearing this covering on her head, it has to be a lie. Women have the choice to wear whatever they want in the West. You're never going to take that right away. You're never going to take the hijab off of women's heads. It will always be here, Michael. It will always be here in America.
What are we talking about, dude?
5-minute rebuttal. I have the timer set for you, Mike, on your first word.
Well, this has never happened before where my opponent conceded the debate, but thank you. I appreciate that. As everyone was clapping, yes, you conceded the debate because you said, yes, Islam causes more violence. And in your prior opening statement, you said, yeah, there's less education. All right, so you've conceded that. So, anyway, now he says this is a Mossad tattoo. This is Hosea 4:6. Did Mossad write the Bible? Isn't it sacred scripture for Christians? Wasn't it written in Hebrew? Okay, great. And by the way, Hosea 4:6 is, my people are destroyed
Not
for
a
lack.
single person in the audience can
James.
read that.
Constrained to just Mike speaking during Mike's rebuttal.
Yeah, thank you. Can you give me a little more time there? Yeah. This is Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I have it on there to remind me so I don't make opening statements like that. All right. He says,
That was pretty funny.
Hitting women. He's right. This is the problem with the hadith. They're filled with contradictions. If you want to find a hadith that allows muta marriage, you can find it. If you want one that outlaws it, you can find it. I'm just simply pointing out. I didn't say the prophet tells Muslims to hit their wives. I didn't say that. I didn't say the prophet hit his wives. I said there is a hadith where he does give permission. I also never said hit women. He brought up Surah 4:34.
All right, we're going to skip. No, actually, we're not. Okay, because if I skip and I start listening to him speak again, if I start listening to Junior again, this is going to be, I'm going to be here all night because I'm going to have to finish this thing, and it's got like another hour. So we're going to leave it at that. We'll do like a part 2. This will be part 1, I guess. That is crazy, dude. That's actually crazy. I can't believe that, dude. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's enough of that. We'll do the rest of that tomorrow. And for now, wow. For now, we'll do some gaming, dude. We'll do a little Rocket League, and then we'll go to bed because I've only got time for a few. But man, that was something else. That was actually impressive. Let's see if Jim Bob's still going, or Jake Rattlesnake. Oh, they ended theirs. I didn't know if they were going to do like an after panel or something. Oh, he's doing an after party.
I'm going to need to hang out with the Wilsons alone without anybody.
Oh.
You know, me and Meg Bob. Maybe even the kids. No offense. It's just a lot of sounds and just people. It's just a lot of saying things, and I have to listen. And it's like, oh, okay.
Same. The wedding was better. The wedding was much better because it was like just a few of us. But even then, it was still a wedding. There's still a lot of people. But wow, that was funny. All right, let's do a little bit of music. Let's do a little bit of games. A little bit of music here, brother. Can we maybe get some? Yeah, dude, totally. Wow, that was something else, dude. That is actually crazy. I can't believe he really debated like that. That was bad. Yeah, that was impressive, actually. It was impressive how terrible that was. Let's see if I can get my camera kind of fixed here a little bit. All right. Let's go a little gaming. Get a little gaming in. Do we do a little tournament? Do we just go right into a tournament and see if we can win? Let's see what we can do. Wow, I'm still just like in shock from that. I can't actually believe that went that poorly for Junior, dude. That was so bad. That was something else, dude. Let's do a little air dribble. Let's do a little warm up, brother. Oh God. Oh, dude, I need glasses. I'm getting new glasses, dude. I have. Look at these things. This was my backup pair that was broke before I got my other glasses, and then when I went to Tim Pool, I lost my glasses in Chicago on a layover flight. Or no, I don't remember. I went to the wedding after or something, or I don't remember, dude. I don't remember hardly anything about that weekend. Because then I went out to the wedding and got sloshed. What the hell is going on? Dang, brother. Nope. Dee-do-dee-do-dee-do-dee-do. Can I not reply? Can you not reply to yourself? Why is it? That's such a weird angle, dude. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I'm so washed now. I hate this game now. Dang, dude. I'm so trash now, dude. I can't believe this. Whatever, dude. We better win this tournament. I was terrible. I was really bad. Dude, this music sucks, dude. Whoa. Oh, that was a clanger too. Oh, that's in. Easy. Oh, I wasn't trying to do it again. Next. Oh, shit. Oh. Sheesh. I need some Gatorade, dude. I need some electrolytes, man. I gotta get hyped up. I gotta get electrolyted up, salted up for this game, dude. I need potassium. Dude, we have 3 minutes of this, dude. It doesn't let you queue a game while you're waiting for a tournament, so I can't even play a game until we're ready to play a game. It's kind of gay. Wow. Oh no. Just had to make that one a couple times. That's a common one right there. That's not a common one. Damn. Oh shit. Yeah. All right, what's the last one? Oh yeah, dude, these redirects. Oh, I like the redirects. That's what I'm talking about, man. Wait, I wanted to do that again. Yeah, what are those? Let's get some passes, dude. Some passes, dude. Wall shots, uncomfortable save, power shots, ground shots, pin shots. Where's like passing play? Where's like the in front redirects? This may be what I'm looking for. Well, I don't. That's such a. Oh, am I supposed to hit this off the. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Oh shit, that's actually kind of wild. Close enough, dude. I'll take that. Alright, can they not be retarded ass? Okay, that one's actually not bad. Okay, that one's actually... Hey, yo. What? I was kind of nasty, dude. Getting warmed up here. It was alright. It was alright. Rusty. We're rusty. Maybe it was kind of dog shit, but it's fine. Alright, let's go win this. Let's go win this whole tournament, dude. That'd be kind of sick. Got him. Are we gonna ready up or what, dude? We're just gonna be... Come on, man. Come on, man. Dude, I really want to play Halo, but can't right now. Computer will just crash and die. Come on, man. Oh my glob. We need Corinth to come in here. We need to play some gaming with Corinth. I don't know, Laws is online. Dude, we're definitely losing this. This guy isn't even paying attention. So triggered, dude. Squalid. Trying to get a little putback, a little dunk going on. Nice. We're just getting scored on right away. Nice, they suck. Pass it up to me, brother. That's what you get from minutes on the field, exposure, not cracking under pressure, missing open nets. That's what you get right there. We practiced today. We did practice. Nice, very nice. Damn. Oh. Get a little boost. Going up the wall. Oh shit. Shit. He blew me up. Oh, I blew him up. Damn, son. Brother, come on. We can save that, dude. We can't save that. Come on, man. Oh, dude. Damn, really 12? Oh, God. Come on, man. What? Dude, where are my friends, dudes? Where's my team? Help me, help you. We're getting pooped on, dude. Well, we're losing this tournament. Nope. We just look like a Smurf because I get pooped on every time, dude. This is so bad. Come on, man. Right to the other guy, dude. Let's go. Nope, I'm missing that. God bless America. Yeah, there's no shot we win this. Pass it right back to the middle, dude. Just score it. Nope. Somebody get in there, dude. Come on, man. Dude, just hit me back upfield. That wasn't even that crazy. Well, I'm just hitting my teammates. Alright, well. It's fun while it lasted, boys. This is so bad. We can't win. We can't win the first one, dude. Come on, dude. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Well, that was fun. I could have just went and played fucking ranked. That's what I was gonna get. What? Second chance in 4 minutes? Did we even bother with that? No, we're not. I'm not fucking doing that again. If I'm gonna go torture myself like that, I'll just go play fucking ranked. Solo queuing threes. Yeah, that sucked. Jeez. That was painful, dude. Everybody just fell apart. Well, here we go. Nice. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Score that, dude. Just clang it. Brother. Okay. That's why I can't play games, dude. We're just gonna get so mad. Okay. And we're just slower. I tried to bump him. Wow, he was just sitting there staring at the ball. If I just look at it hard enough, something will happen. Wow. My teammate's not going to go for it. No problem, dude. Yeah, get out of here, nerd. Nice. Okay. Wow. Wow. I hate this game, dude. Nope. Okay, come on, man. I won't fucking kill this guy. Oh my gosh, dude. You gotta be kidding me. Dude, what in the hell are these 50s, bro? Gotta go all the way back. I don't know who's actually gonna hit that or not. Let's go, dude. I'll kill you! Alright, that was kind of dumb. My bad. I was reading that. I was really close, but not quite. Beady, 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 beady. Jesus Christmas, dude. Come on, man. Okay, dude. Can you not... you really can't get to that with him with full boost? Oh, my fucking God, dude. Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna let me shoot. I'll take it. Thank you, sir. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, nice fucking pass. Dickhead. Oh, my. This is a disaster. I need help. Nope. Nice, thanks. I needed. That's what I really needed. Was just die. Oh my God, that was too close. Oh, never mind. I thought we had a 1-goal lead. Never mind. We're fine. I should have just owned gold there, actually. If I knew we were up, I would have just owned gold. GG's or something. I can't believe I'm so bad now. Oh, how the tables turn. I need my glasses. I'm gonna blame it on not having the right glasses. Beep, 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 beep. Biscuit. Oh, biscuit. That's just in. Don't. Holy shit. Pass, you jackass. Oh my gosh, what's happening here? Oh, that was close. Oh, come on, dude. You can't. You really missed that. I can't believe they missed that. That was wide open, dude. Oh my glob, dude. Get the ball out of there, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh, the fake. I almost got him, dude. If I had boost, I'd have scored that. What are you doing, dude? Got him. Come on, somebody get it in there, dude. Fucking piece of shit. Nice demo. Okay. Alright, that's see, you know. This is torture. I think I'll play like probably probably just 1-2's match and then I'm going to bed, dude. It's getting a little too late. Okay, seriously. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Dude, help a brother out. Yeah, shoot that. Goodness gracious. Dude, it's like nobody touches the ball unless I'm trying to do something with it. It's like sitting right there under the ball, just like waiting. And then, yeah, just now, everybody goes. Everybody can go if I go for the fucking ball. If the ball's sitting there on top of your fucking car, though, you just sit there and look at it and, like, panic, I guess. I don't know what the fuck that was. Up in the... Of, like, a wide open field. Their whole team is in the corner, and the guy's just, like, waiting to hit the ball. And then he almost own goals. See what I mean? The whole fucking team goes for that shit. Bruh. Nothing, and he just, like, brother, the game's about to end if you don't touch the ball. He's just like, nah, that's fine. We just give up here. I hate this game, dude. I hate being washed. I know I'm washed, alright? That's the difference. All right, I know I'm trash now, but I'm still better than these fucking weebs. All right, I still have game sense, sorta. All right, we got to get like at least one win. Jimothy. Oh, TTV guy. Better streamer wins. Great, my teammate's fucking sitting in the back of the net. Brother. What was that? What? Dude, use the boost. Why are you sitting on boost like that? He's got half a tank and he's just like driving normal. Like, I'll get back there later. I hate this game, dude. Nice, dude. God, dude. I hate it here. What? Can I pick up a fucking boost pad? Dude, what is happening? Holy shit. Of course they save that shit. And my teammate's just standing there waiting like... Maybe go for the ball, you fucking idiot. Maybe get in the play. Have you ever thought about moving? Moving your ass? Where is my teammate? Okay. Can you really not read that, brother? What's going on, dude? We got to score, man. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you go there? You can't go there and lose the ball. I'm under the ball. If you go there and you lose the ball, you're not confident in winning the ball, you just don't go there. Nice. Let's do that, dude. Let's just double commit on kickoffs. Let's just throw now, you know? What are you doing, brother? I need to... Okay. I'm getting trolled. So fucking hard, dude. They're just going for shit that you know you're going to lose the ball. Why would you go there then? It's like 3 times. Literally all of our goals. We should be tied up 1-1. Oh my god, he's just gonna fucking rush it and miss. How do you lose control? Why do you immediately give control away? They have no fucking boost, you dumbass. We have the advantage, and he just yeets the ball back to them where they can boom it back towards our net. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like zero. It's all just like, I see ball, hit ball. I make hit ball now and make him touch the ball, dude. I did it, guys. Look. Fucking cocksucker. Fucking FF. No. You're stuck here, you piece of shit. Save the community from your dumb ass, dude. Nice. Rush it. Just rush it every single time. Never pay attention to actually what the fuck is happening. Don't go for that. Yeah, don't go for the one you can actually fucking beat them to. Stupid fucking cocksucker. Imagine. Wow, that was fun. Alright, damn it. Now I'm gonna be all pissed off going to bed. I gotta win one. Or we just lose the next one too. That'd be really salty. So locked, dude. Shut up, dumbass. Six, 7. Oh yeah, dude. Nice. See, that's you just control the pace of the game. Like you recognize where people are at. You know what I mean? You don't panic and lose your shit and give the ball over like the last guy was. Jesus Christmas. Okay. Not like I needed that boost. Okay. Dude, can we not panic, please? Okay, we're just doesn't even know what he's doing. Dude, what? Oh my gosh. Wasn't ready. I wasn't expecting him to miss that, dude. Okay. You get the hell out of here, dude. Twice. Yes, yes. I wish this quick chat was everywhere. Like I could just take this quick chat with me in real life. Oh shit. Okay. I need quick chat in traffic, you know. Nice one. Okay, you didn't. Okay. Nice. Nice. Yep, sometimes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get out of here, dude. Yeah. It's called we do a little musty. We do a little musty to win the game, dude. Oh, yeah. Alright, this is definitely not non-copyright playlist. Why? There's no way. That's the copyright-free music? Anyways. We're going to bed. That was fun. Love you, mean it.
spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.